Hi, welcome back. I'm going to start reading from Matthew chapter 9, and I've switched translations again. I'm going to be reading from the Voice Bible. So, chapter 9. He got back in the boat and crossed the sea and returned to his own town. When he got there, some men approached him carrying a mat. On the mat was another man, a paralytic. The men evidently believed that Jesus could heal the paralytic, and Jesus saw their faith and how much faith they had in his authority and power. Jesus said, "Rest assured, my son, your sins are forgiven." Now, some scribes and teachers of the law had been watching this whole scene, and they said to themselves, "This man is blaspheming." Though they had only spoken in low whispers among themselves, Jesus knew their thoughts. So Jesus asked them, "Why do you hold such hardness and wickedness in your hearts? Look, is it easier to say your sins are forgiven, or get up and walk?" To make clear that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins, turning to the paralytic man on the mat, "Get up, pick up your mat, and go home." And the man did. When the crowd saw this, they were amazed and even a little scared. And they praised God, who had given humans the authority to do such miraculous things. Later, Jesus was walking along, and he saw a man named Matthew sitting in the tax collector's office. Jesus said to Matthew, "Follow me." Matthew got up and followed him. Once, when he ate a meal at home with his disciples, a whole host of tax collectors and other sinners joined them. When the Pharisees saw this, they asked Jesus' disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" Jesus, overhearing this, said, "Look, who needs a doctor? Healthy people or sick people? I'm not here to attend to people who are already right with God. I'm here to attend to sinners." In the book of the prophet Hosea, we read, "It is not sacrifice I want, but mercy." Go and meditate on that for a while. Maybe you'll come to understand it. And then some of the disciples of John came, and they asked, "What's the story with fasting? We fast, and the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not fast." Jesus said, "When you celebrate, as at a wedding, when one's dearest friend is getting married, you do not fast. The time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them. Then my friends and followers will fast. You would begin by washing and shrinking a patch you would use to mend a garment. Otherwise, the patch would shrink later, pull away from the garment, and make the original tear even worse. You wouldn't pour new wine into old wineskins. If you did, the skins would burst and the wine would run out. Then the wineskins would be ruined. No, you would pour new wine into new wineskins, and both the wine and the wineskins would be preserved." And as he was saying these things, a certain official came before Jesus and knelt in front of him. "My daughter just died. Would you come and lay your hands on her? Then I know she would live again." Jesus got up, and he and his disciples went with the man. But as they were heading to the man's house, a woman who had been hemorrhaging and bleeding for 12 years, crept up behind Jesus. And so she came up behind him and touched his cloak. And Jesus turned around and saw her. "Take heart," he said, "daughter, your faith has healed you." And indeed, from the moment that woman was healed, then Jesus went to the official's house, and he saw the flute players and the mourners. That's where I'm going to leave this video. I'll pick up in the next verse when we get back.